This lesson will identify resources that are based on servers other than www servers, such as FTP and Gopher. You will learn to access these resources using a web browser. You will also learn how to retrieve, save and print files that are located on these resources. You may remember that a URL, Uniform Resource Locator, is used to identify an internet resource. The URL has two parts. The first part specifies the type of resource to be accessed, and the second is the virtual path to the resource being requested. When a URL begins with HTTP, it indicates that resource is an HTTP server, that is, a www server. Other internet resources can also be identified using URLs. Here are some examples. ftp://oak.oakland.edu would connect to an FTP server. Gopher://gopher.kent.edu would connect to a Gopher server. You can use your web browser to access these servers. As you have seen, the World Wide Web is a communication between web browsers and web servers. The browsers and servers communicate over a TCP/IP network using HTTP, the Hypertext Transport Protocol. However, this is not the only protocol used to communicate with servers on the Internet. FTP, File Transport Protocol, is one of the fundamental protocols available on the Internet. Using an FTP client, you can send and receive files from an FTP host or server. In addition, you can also name files, create directories, search for files, or for specific data inside files, and even view text files. FTP is an extremely powerful Internet tool. In most instances, FTP is used for simple file exchange. As opposed to browsing on World Wide Web servers, FTP servers are intended for file storage and retrieval. In fact, FTP is mostly used for file retrieval only. It is very common to have documents or applications made available for download on an FTP server. Users can log into the server with an FTP client and retrieve the desired file. Since this is a very common function, anonymous FTP servers have been established to make files and applications available to the public. In this case, you have to establish an account on the FTP server with the name Anonymous. This account may not have a password. Sometimes a trap is set that looks for a string of characters in the form of an email address. When a user wishes to retrieve a file from the server, he logs in with the name Anonymous and uses his email address for the password. This account has access permissions for all files and directories that are available for public access. When you install most web browsers, they will ask for your email address. Once you have entered this information, the browser will automatically enter your email address as the password when you access an FTP site. The FTP protocol is built into all modern web browsers. This means that you do not require a special FTP browser to access these anonymous FTP servers. In addition, you may view and bookmark the different directories of an FTP server, just as in the case of web pages. You will find this handy as many software companies put trial applications and updates on FTP servers. Let us look at the sites that use FTP servers. ftp://oak.oakland.edu, ftp://ftp.pcnet.com, ftp://wurarchive.wustl.edu. If you have an account, you can use a specific username to log to an FTP server. This will allow you to access directories and files not available to anonymous users. However, the web browser does not provide the advanced functions that a full FTP client does. You specify your login name and password along with the URL as shown here. This may be a security risk as your name and password are sent through the Internet in the form of plain text. Also, anyone looking over your shoulder will also see this information in clear text. Most users do not use a web browser for accessing private accounts. The Gopher Protocol, along with associated clients and servers, is considered to be the first attempt at providing users with access to all the resources on the Internet through a single interface. Created before the advent of graphical clients for the Internet, Gopher has Internet resources organized into hierarchical text menus. Each menu item is a link to another menu or file. The links can lead to resources on the same server or on other servers. The files can be text files that can be read online, or they can be applications, graphic files, or just about any other type of file. These files can be retrieved in the same way as you retrieve files from FTP Server. Because of the hierarchical organization of Gopher menus, Gopher servers were widely used by people who had information resources whose structure could be described with an outline. Libraries, universities, and government agencies were notable builders of Gopher servers. Though still in use, Gopher servers have been generally eclipsed by web servers. Though there are now graphical Gopher clients, Gopher does not allow the kind of hyperlinks that you have with documents on www servers. Neither does it provide the ease of viewing multimedia content that web browsers provide. The good news is that the Gopher protocol is built into all modern web browsers, so that you can access Gopher servers through your web browser. Furthermore, it is likely that the web browser will display multimedia files retrieved from Gopher servers in just the same way as it displays multimedia files from web servers. Telnet, like FTP, is one of the fundamental protocols of the Internet. Telnet provides remote access to host computers. Once logged in through Telnet, users can start up and control applications running on that host. This generally does require a personal account on the host. Unlike FTP, not many hosts permit anonymous access. Hosts can be accessed using a Telnet URL, but web browsers do not have the Telnet protocol built in. Instead, upon reading a Telnet URL, the browser will attempt to open what is known as a helper application, in this case, a Telnet client application. This application will run in addition to the web browser, establishing and controlling the Telnet session, which the browser cannot do. Telnet will put you into an entirely text environment. Most sites that provide resources accessible by Telnet will have a menu system, similar to those found on Gopher sites. Many sites have eliminated Telnet access, as allowing users privileges for logging on through Telnet creates a number of administrative and security problems. Valuable resources that were available through Telnet have mostly been migrated to Gopher or www. Let us look at some of the sites that use Telnet server. Library of Congress, telnet://locus.loc.gov. University of California Library System, telnet://melvyl.ucop.edu. Another type of Internet resource that can be accessed through your web browser is newsgroups. Born out of one of the earliest Internet resources, newsgroups are the public forums on the Internet. Users post email, type messages into specific topic areas, and read postings of other users. The creative newsgroup users have even discovered ways to achieve transfer of application and multimedia files through newsgroups. You can think of newsgroups as digital bulletin boards, where messages and files are placed for anyone to read or retrieve.